If you serve at a church at any level, pastor, elder, all the way to the person who hands a bulletin or opens a door, one of your primary jobs is to create an environment of psychological safety. On any given Sunday, somebody's going to walk into the doors of a church having experienced some sort of trauma. Trauma is anything that overwhelms somebody's ability to cope. And there are lots of different kinds of trauma. Me personally, I am a survivor of childhood developmental trauma. I went through the foster system. I was raised by grown-ups who did not know how to raise children. I am a survivor of trauma, and that has repercussions for how I experience the world. There are folks who have experienced things like sexual trauma, things like environmental trauma, things like racial trauma. And that means that for a situation that you may feel is psychologically safe, the welcome center at your church, somebody else may not perceive that as safe. And it has nothing to do with whether or not it's objectively safe. It has to do with the perception in someone's mind who has experienced trauma, something that has overwhelmed their ability to cope. What everybody at a church who serves has to recognize is that our job is to do the best that we can to create psychological safety. That's going to require learning and education. That's going to require questioning our own motives, being able to recognize that if someone does not perceive me as safe, I don't have to take that personally, but I do have to take responsibility for it. That's going to affect what we think about our music and our volume and the way that we preach and how we open our doors and if there are exit routes. All of those things are ways in which we create psychological safety. Church spaces are deeply relational. We have to build the relationships with our people so we know how to care for them well.